Hi, RJ Tuning, reporting for service. So, I had a phone call today off a potential garage in North Wales that they want to cut out their middleman, their remapper. It happens, unfortunately. Some garages, they sort of see a bit of sense in sort of the costings. And this particular garage, they're paying £200 every time they have a gentleman come and do a remap for him. The gentleman that does the remap has self-admittedly said, you know, he gets remap files off other companies. And when you can get companies out there that are charging, you know, £50 to £100 for a remap, obviously the garages start to think, you know, he said he'd be here at 10 o'clock, he's rocking up at 4, 3 times a week. Some days we can't get hold of him, customers' cars sat around. Then when errors are happening and the solutions are not actually working and the guy's got to come back 2-3 days later, do you know what I mean? Time's money, and eventually garages say, look, we could take control with this if we could just get a bit of help. Totally understandable. So even though I've touched on this in the past with other videos and I'm forever sort of showing you the tools, I was going to just make a video which is going to be split over possibly 3 parts. I'll put each part in the comment, and what that'll do is it'll just show you a bit about the tools, what you could be purchasing, but I'll show you the biggest question that the gentleman asked me today from the garage is, do we need any training in this? Training is basically depending on what your nature of business is. Now, if your nature of business is full-blown custom tuning, data logging, doing PID lists and dyno work, etc., this video is not for you. The other video that I'm going to make potentially next week, I've got a meeting with a local business that has got a 4-wheel drive dyno. We're going to be going in there and just showing a little bit of how dyno works, custom tuning, fuel, AFR, logging, Lambda, Spark, Advance, etc. We'll do a bit of that next week, but this is just basically for you garages that are doing your standard solutions, EGR deletes, DPF deletes, Adblue deletes, NOx sensors, error codes, basic stage 1 mapping for diesel engines, just your general introduction to remapping. Okay, so the question would be is what training do I need? Well, what we'll do is in one of the parts we'll have a look at the tools and we'll have a look at the software on the system, and we'll just show you a bit of, if you were a garage just doing a basic deletes, EGR deletes and DPF deletes, stuff that this gentleman this morning's paying £200 for. And obviously he's charging his customers then because he wants to make a bit of a something on that, because otherwise there's no money in it for him. And in that area there, remaps, they're going to be going for like maybe £300 for a DPF delete or an EGR delete. And if you're in this trade, you know, and I know, that it's a lot of money, isn't it? Especially when times are like this. So let's see if we can give you some control. If it's not for you, totally get it. Keep using remappers. There's no downside to that. We want to keep them in business, but at the same time, from our point of view, my business is not only just helping traders and going out and doing my own remaps, but I really push the agent list. I like flashpoints. I like being able to answer the questions from people on our messenger service that say, I live in certain areas, if I can't get to him, I love having an agent there, because I know then that customer is getting good, tried and tested, reliable software which works, and we can prove that by the fact that we've got a full-time, high-demand, reputable, highly reviewed business which is full-time service. We're doing sort of, you know, even if I go out and do myself 2-3 cars every single day, Monday to Friday, I'm also assisting with solutions and softwares to various agents, not only in Europe but all over Europe, not only in the United Kingdom but also in Europe. I've got dealers in Slovenia, Argentina, Greece, Italy, France, supplying software to dyno users in the UK as well. Just go on our Facebook and have a look at some of the companies that we've worked with in the past and whatnot. And I'm more, how can I say it? I'm more sort of in this trade, you get a few names that can be stab, don't get on with each other, don't want to help anyone. Then you get the ones that say, listen, if I can help you, I genuinely will help you as much as I possibly can, give you as much information, share my software, give you solutions. If there's anything you need to know, don't hesitate to drop a message. Many of you, since doing these TikTok videos, you've actually messaged me and said thank you, really great, just started in the trade, so without your videos I'm kind of like struggling, because you get a lot of businesses like us that when we say we're going to set you up with tools, etc., and support, there's not really, you got to remember, a lot of these companies, they're dealing with hundreds of people a day, especially your big names, Celtic Tuning, Black Code, Quantum Tuning. Imagine how many dealers they've got, and imagine how many people, you know, they're all support tickets. Send us an email, we'll get back to you in 4 hours or tomorrow, etc. You just want a human. You want someone like me at the end of the WhatsApp, end of the phone, you know, someone that you can messenger or whatever, and then we'll give you a bit of advice as and where we can. But I tell you something now, this trade, buy your tools. If you're doing the basic side, EGR, DPF, delete, you will not struggle. Promise. I wholeheartedly promise on that. You won't struggle. So, looking at some of the tools that I'm going to do in these parts, we're going to be looking at your KES 3 system, Alientech KES 3. We're going to look at the Autotuner system. And we're going to look at your Flex Magic Motorsport system. 3 excellent tools that I really depend on. I know there's plenty of tools out there, but these 3 tools, they do everything I need to do, plus all of our agents, flashpoints, dealers, etc. They're excellent tools. You know, they come with different things. Why would you have 3 to present to you? Well, they all do different things.